On behalf of Hartwell Main Street and the Downtown Development Authority, we want to welcome you to It's Happenin' Hartwell. I'm your host, Paul Sewell. On today's episode, our guests are Jason Ford and Peggy Vickery. Welcome, Jason and Peggy.
Hey, thanks.
Thanks, Paul.
For those who may not know you, can you give us a brief introduction of who you are and what you do here in Hartwell?
Well, I'm Peggy Vickery. I was born and raised here, and presently I am the Hartwell Main Street Coordinator and enjoying every minute of it.
Yeah, I'm Jason Ford. I'm the Economic and Community Development Director for the City of Hartwell, and the Downtown Development Authority and Main Street program is a large part of what I do.
Jason, how would you describe the Main Street program?
Yeah, sure. So before I can really talk about Main Street program, I want to talk about what Main Street is. Main Street is a place, and we can close our eyes and envision Main Street. It's a nostalgic place. It's where a lot of the activities in our downtowns happen. There's parades and there's businesses and restaurants, people milling about, and they're often historic places, especially in our rural communities across the state. And our Main Street program is designed to protect those places and to preserve those places, and in many cases, create a space where we can reuse some of the historic buildings for modern businesses. We do that through the Main Street approach, which is a 4-point approach to economic development. We do that through the lens of historic preservation. And there's 4 points to it. I think Peggy's going to talk about some of that in a little bit. But the 4 are promotion, organization, economic vitality, and design.
Great, thank you. And Peggy, can you go into more detail about those 4 points?
Yes, I'd love to. Promotions is really about sharing downtown Hartwell as a destination and to position the downtown as the center of the community. Organization, we want to be sustainable, and we want to have certain operational responsibilities, and we also want to be good stewards of our resources. We have a steering committee. We usually meet about once a month, sometimes twice. We work on a strategic plan and our yearly priorities. Under design, it's about making a place, just as Jason mentioned. We work to make sure that the downtown looks good, feels good, it's welcoming to our residents, to all of our visitors. Through this design, we have many programs that fall under that, such as planting the flowers, public art, keeping the streets clean, making sure we have lights. One of our projects we're getting ready to do now is light up Depot Street in Carolina, and also offer facade grants to our businesses downtown. And then the 4th approach is economic vitality. And Jason is really the expert on this approach. He does a super job. And Jason, will you just tell us about that?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Peggy. So with economic vitality, what we're really talking about is supporting businesses, existing businesses and new businesses. And listen, it's fun to do ribbon cuttings. We're always trying to look for the next great business, but we can grow our downtown through our existing businesses and supporting them. But we also want to create educational opportunities. And we're excited about a new program that is working on developing entrepreneurs even at our high school, so that the pathways that they are choosing for their education can lead them to be business owners, and hopefully business owners here in town.
That's terrific, Jason and Peggy. Thank you for helping us understand the Main Street approach. If you'd like to learn more about the Main Street approach, you can visit georgiamainstreet.org. We invite you to come on down to Main Street Hartwell this spring. We've got a couple of events coming up that you don't want to miss. April the 11th, starting at 4 p.m. in Hartwell, will be dressed up to the nines for our Glitz and Glamour Girls Night Out event. Be sure to shop and dine our downtown specials. There's going to be live music by the Hart County Jazz Band. And also coming up fairly soon is the Hartwell Makers Market on April 27th from 10 to 4 on Carolina Street. Come and shop and see what amazing artistry we have here in town from the makers, and enjoy some live music as well. Then on May 25th, join us as downtown comes alive for our annual Cars and Guitars event, and it starts at 10 a.m. It's a car show mixed with music, and what could be better? Rounding out the next few months, we are also going to host the Hartwell Service League's Pre-4th Festival. That's a favorite for everyone, vendors, food, and more as we celebrate America starting at 8:30 a.m. And that goes all the way through to the evening where we have fireworks on the lake. Isn't that great? Thank you so much for our guests. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you, Jason, for being here today on the podcast. We invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can be notified of upcoming productions, and find us on Facebook and Instagram under Hartwell Main Street. And as always, remember to live well, play well in Hartwell. Special thanks to our Main Street volunteers, also our executive producers Peggy Vickery and Jason Ford, as well as our production team, Taryn Vaughter, Shannon Van Skyke, Carol Beasley. Thank you to HTC for the facility to record, as well as all of our sponsors and partners.